Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your spoilers for Impact Wrestling. Didn't get any dates for it, but I did get taping dates. But first we got news from Impact. Impact star Kiera Hogan announced on Twitter that she's in a relationship with former Impact star Diamante from LAX tag team. Hogan posted photos of the couple and a message about their relationship. In the message that she posted, she wrote, "When I'm with you, I act different. In a good way. I smile more and laugh more. I don't have to pretend everything is okay when it's really not. With you, I can drop a fake smile and put on a real one. I don't feel hurt and alone. When I'm with you, you're easy to talk to. You listen to me. You understand me. I don't have to worry about holding back with you. I don't feel self-conscious. I don't ever feel secure or sad. You show me that you really do care. With you, it's not just an act. You bring out꯫ My best self. And I really appreciate your company. With you, I'm different. With you, I'm happy. What I have with you, I don't want with anyone else." And she's has currently feuded with Jordynne Grace, and Hogan also wrestles on the Women of Wrestling company, where she is known as Fire. Before she was released from Impact Wrestling, Diamante was a member of the LAX, and you can see the pictures at this link here for you. Earlier this summer, Slammiversary I call it 17, a masked Rhino made an appearance after Brian Cage retained Impact World Championship against Michael Elgin. After the match, an annoyed Elgin dragged Don Callis to the ring, but Elgin would be gored by a masked man who jumped the ring from the crowd. You can clearly see the size of Rhino. As noted, Rhino had to wear the mask due to a no-compete clause attached to his WWE contract, which officially ended July 17th. Earlier in the day, Impact Wrestling tweeted out fan footage of Rhino appearing at the tapings in Windsor. A masked man attempted to stop Elgin from hitting Cage with a chair and ended up to eat the chair himself as he went in for a gore. As Melissa Santos got Cage over to the corner of the ring, Elgin turned his attention to unmask the mystery man. But the actual Rhino ended up jumping into the ring behind Elgin and gave him a gore. Rhino then went up into the crowd to celebrate a bit. And you can see it at this link here, courtesy of Impact, as they noted that we should see how this all plays out on Friday's episode. So I guess it's this coming Friday, the following Friday, and the following Friday, and then the following Friday, about a month. Because they taped 2 nights, 2 consecutive nights of tapings from St. Clair College in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, on Friday and Saturday evening. I'll also give you the results of another company as well. Featured is a complete detailed recap of Impact Wrestling tapings, taped from the 19th and 20th. Moose defeated. Somehow they skipped number 6 and went to 7 on this. On the tapings. Moose defeated Stone Rockwell. It was announced that Impact will be returning October 26th, 25th, 26th for another set of tapings from that arena. Moose wasn't even wearing ring gear, just a red shirt and casual beige pants. Moose won easily with a spear. After the match, he told Don Callis and Impact Management that he's Mr. Impact and deserves to be the world champion. He kicked Rockwell and said this was Impact Management gets. Followed by appeared on stage. Moose asked if he can finally see his crotch because he lost 100 pounds. Moose challenged Ba to a match and Ba accepted. Followed by beat Moose. Moose attacked before the bell, but Ba turned it around and quickly won with the bonsai drop. You get it? Bonsai drop. That's mostly he says all the time. It's ba. Well, the match lasted less than 3 minutes. That was match number 2. Match number 3. Ace Austin beat Eddie Edwards by disqualification. There was a brief power outage before the match due to a thunderstorm passing through. Austin was in the ring when it happened. and did some cheesy magic tricks with his wand before he headed to the back. Once the power returned, Ace had a rest hold, and while the ref was distracted, Ace took out a card and scraped Eddie's hand. Ace yelled something about, "She wants to be with me." I'm assuming he was referring to Alicia Edwards. Eddie hit a Boston knee party, but didn't go for the cover. Instead, he mounted Ace and kept punching him. The referee tried to pull him apart, but Eddie shoved him, leading to a disqualification. Alicia came down to stop Eddie, who asked, "Do you like him?" Eddie left with Alicia and Ace in the ring, but she didn't check on him. Okay, I'll see what they did. They typed number 3 twice. Taya Valkyrie with John E. Bravo, since Johnny Impact is gone from Impact Wrestling, fought Jessica Havoc to an apparent no contest to retain the knockout title. Havoc was about to go for the cover after a big choke slam, but Sue Young's music hit and played, and the underage bridesmaid appeared on the ramp. One of the bridesmaids threw rose petals in the middle, and Sue Young appeared and walked between them to the ring. She attacked Jessica and applied the mandible claw. Taya and Bravo left while this was going on, so the match was thrown out. Havoc managed to fight out of the claw and retreated to the back. Number 5, I think he did it out there. Nick Madison defeated Stone Rockwell by disqualification. So this must be a second taping, the second set of tapings. Stone got a microphone and admitted things that haven't been his way lately, but he had a good feeling about tonight. Rhino came into the ring for some reason and gored Nick, leading to a disqualification. Rockwell offered Rhino some chips, but he got gored too. Rhino got a mic and said, "If Michael Elgin thinks he's a coward, then come down now." Next, we got Madison Rayne and Keira Hogan defeating Jordan Grace and Bubblegum Princess Alexia Nicole. The heel dominated by keeping Alexia in the match for a long time. Grace was the dominant once she tagged in and hit a belly-to-belly suplex on Hogan. Then tagged in Alexia, who hit a nice crossbody and went for the cover. But Madison was the legal woman at the time. Madison hit a cross Rayne on Alexia to win. Madison and Keira double-teamed Jordan, and then the lights went out again. This time Rosemary was in the ring, and she and Grace took out the heels. Next match, we got Rich Swann, Willie Mack, and RVD beat the Rascals, Vince, Dez, and Trey. The Rascals were dramatically shocked to see RVD and looked stunned to be in a match with him. There were loud RVD chants at the beginning, and he started the match to the crowd's delight. RVD, who wasn't the legal man, hit a 5-star splash. And Swann followed up with a second rope Phoenix splash, and Wentz went for the pin. All kinds of wild aerial action in and out of the ring by everyone. Great match. Cody Deaner and cousin Jake beat the Desi Hit Squad. Rohit Raju and Raj Singh with Gama Singh in the corner. Gama was very active in the match, tripping up Cody and punched him once while the referee was distracted. The Deaners won when Cody pinned Rohit with a double team elevator. A bit sloppy, and it went too long. Ring announcer announced after their loss, DHS must not work at Deaner's farm. Moose defeated Fallenbach. Moose wore a unique, beautiful pink robe with leopard lining. Moose irate a bit early, but as they were outside, Bob performed a big backdrop onto the ramp. Moose got a huge superplex to Bob that literally shocked the ring. Bob tried for the bonsai drop, but Moose got up as Follow was climbing the ropes. Moose kicked the turnbuckles, causing Bob to fall off, and then as he got up, Moose nailed his spear for the win. Tape for Explosion. Rhino beat Joe Singh. Joe, the newest member of the Desi Hit Squad, put up a decent effort, but Rhino ended up with a gore. The next match, the North, Ethan Page and Josh Alexander defeated Daga and Ortiz with Conan to retain the Impact titles. Daga took a lot of punishment early on. Daga and Ortiz went for the street sweeper, but were stopped. North won with a torture rack by Josh. who threw Ortiz into a big spine buster by Page. LAX saluted the crowd after the match with Ortiz, pointing to Daga as the crowd was chanting LAX. Next match, you got Jake Chris defeating Aiden Prince to retain the X Division Championship. Prince got a very close near fall with the 450. Prince then went up top to try another, but he was caught with a big cutter that led to Chris retaining. Tessa Blanchard and Tommy Dreamer beat Sammy Callahan and Dave Chris. The first referee got knocked out. Tessa and Tommy hit double DDTs. Another ref finally arrived. OVE brought in a kendo stick, but Tessa took it away and hit Magnum with the kendo stick on Dave to get the win. That concluded the tapings for the 20th. Now for the 21st, thanks to both results, thanks to Mr. Eddie G. And the first one also combination with ProWrestling.net. Also from Windsor, and they again announced October 25th, 26th as the next tapings. Moose defeated Stonewall Rockwell. After the match, Moose told Callis and Impact Management that he's Mr. Impact and deserved to be the world champion. He kicked Rockwell and said that this was what management gets. Well, they must have did a second taping. Follow Bob appeared on stage. He challenged Bob to a match and Bob accepted. Follow Bob defeated Moose. Ace Austin defeated Eddie Edwards by disqualification. After the match, Alicia came down to stop Eddie. Said to her, "Do you like him?" Eddie left with Alicia and Ace in the ring, but she didn't check on Ace. Taya Valkyrie, a champion, versus Jessica Havoc for the knockout championship. Ended in no contest, but Sue Young interfered and went after Havoc. Nick Madison defeated Stone Rockwell by DQ. After Rhino got in the ring, Rhino got the mic and called out Elgin. Elgin arrived and said he doesn't understand why Rhino picked a fight with him. Everyone that's went up against Elgin has ended up in the hospital. Rhino said if Elgin won't come to him, he'll get Elgin. They fought outside before the referees and other officials pulled them apart. Madison Rayne and Carol Hogan defeated Jordan Grace and Bubblegum Princess Alexia Nicole. After the match, Keira and Madison beat up Grace. Lights go out. Rosemary shows up to help clear the ring out. Rich Swann, Willie Mack, and RVD defeated the Rascals. The Deaners defeated the Desi Hit Squad with Gama Singh. Moose defeated Falaba. So there's your 1 week. And then loses one, wins one. Rhino defeated Joe Singh for your explosion. The North defeated LAX. The North of Champions defeated LAX, Daga, and Ortiz with Conan in the corner. After the match, LAX saluted the crowd afterwards with Ortiz pointing to Daga as the crowd was chanting LAX. Jake Chris defeated Aiden Prince for the X Division title. Tommy Dreamer and Tessa Blanchard defeated Sammy Callahan and Dave Chris. Thanks to Mr. Eddie G on Twitter for the results. Impact will return October 26th, 25th and 26th. Major League Wrestling's weekly episode Fusion. The show takes place from Cicero Stadium, Chicago, Illinois. Feel free to sound off thoughts in the comments. Enjoy the show. And this was taped on the 20th. Show opens with Selena Del Renta performing a ritual. She calls out Mance Warner for testing her patience. Highlights of Warner's assaults on members of Promociones Dorado are played. Selena says she has something special planned for Warner and explains that she's summoned for the Devil's Bestia. She writes out 666 on a white blanket in blood, then drinks blood from a goblet. Who should you think she is, Gangrel? Fusion has their intro song played. Rich Bocchini and Jim Cornette welcome us to another edition of MLW Fusion. They recap last week's main event. Thanks for your 2 cents, pups. When Dynasty defeated the Hart Foundation to become the new MLW Tag Team Champions, they hyped the evening's card, which includes Davey Boy Smith Jr. battling Alexander Hammerstone for the National Openweight title. Also, later on, Los Parks, L.A. Park, and El Hijo de la Park will face Dr. Wagner Jr. and El Hijo Dr. Wagner in a tag team action. Hammerstone is out first, accompanied by a fellow Dynasty member, MJF, Richard Holiday, and Area Blake. Well, MJF also wrestled for AEW and was apparently injured. So I guess he's okay now and returned to wrestling. An interview from earlier today with Dynasty was played during his entrance. Holloway says that Hammerstone sells tickets before taking a shot at the Hart family. Hammerstone threatens Davey Boy and says he'll knock him out so hard that he'll finally look like Davey Boy has life in his eyes. Back in the arena, Holloway has a microphone and starts a promo. Shut the F up, chant started up. The echo throughout the crowd. He insults the crowd before handing the microphone to MJF. MJF says he's getting the scent of poor people from the audience. Speaking of poor people, let's talk about the Hart Foundation. Hammerstone jumps in. The jokes are over. Tonight, Davey Boy, I'm going to break you in half. This brings out Davey Boy, David Hart Smith, who waves a Canadian flag. Jim Cornette tells us that Brian Pillman Jr. and Teddy Hart are not in the building. So David Hart Smith will have to go at it alone. He's going to Davey Boy. Alexander Hammerstone versus Davey Boy Smith Jr. for the National Openweight Championship. Smith and Hammerstone met in the center ring for the intense stare-down. Tie-up. Hammerstone forces Smith to the ropes, forcing the ref to break the grapple. Second tie-up. Smith with a headlock. Takedown. Hammerstone locks in a head scissor, but Smith escapes with ease, and they stare down again. Hammerstone calls for a knuckle lock, then kicks Smith in the gut. Hammerstone off the ropes, shoulder bump, connects with, but Smith moves, barely. Smith attempts one of his own. Hammerstone surprises him with a running uppercut. He goes to dump Smith. Smith skins the cat and lands a forearm and a big boot in succession. Hammerstone then rolls out to the outside to regroup. Smith in the pursuit follows out. He punches Hammerstone's arm and goes to chase Area Blake. And Hammerstone takes advantage of the distraction and back suplexes Smith onto the steel guardrail. Fight spills back inside the ring. Hammerstone climbs to the top. Missile drop kick lands. Ground and pound in the corner. Smith kicks out at two. Hammerstone places the crowd. He applies a chin lock. Then switches to a cravat kick. Smith back to his feet. He hits a few elbows, but Hammerstone shows off his athleticism with a flush drop kick. Hammerstone picks Smith up. He uses Smith's running power slam maneuver. Covers Smith's kicks out at one. He's pissed. He begs Hammerstone to hit him. Back and forth striking. Smith wins the exchange. He nearly wins a powerbomb with a powerbomb and jackknife cover. Smith climbs to the top now. Hammerstone beats him up there. Clubbing blows to Smith's back. Superplexed by Hammerstone. He calls for his finisher. Smith blocks it and transitions into a crossface. Hammerstone's in trouble. He crawls and gets to his feet on the ropes. Thanks to assistance from MJF with the referee's back was turned. Holiday chokes Smith on the ropes. German suplex by Hammerstone. Smith fires back with one of his own. Another by Hammerstone. Smith with one, but this time he holds on. German suplex, big kick, back suplex for a near fall. Smith climbs. Diving headbutt connects. MJF distracts Smith on the apron by spitting on the Canadian flag. Smith brings him in and smashes all members of the Dynasty with a flag. Referee calls for the bell. Hammerstone wins by disqualification to retain the National Openweight Championship. Smith may have lost, but he celebrates with the flag in the center ring. Huge pop. Dynasty leaves wanted. Preview of Dr. Wagner Jr. and his son from AAA and CMLL. They will be competing later on in the evening, separate for the Von Erichs, who call out Contra Unit for the chaos they've caused. They challenge Contra Unit anytime, anywhere. Contra says they're fighting for a cause. We're fighting for MLW. Next week, the former champion Tom Lawler will address his title loss to Jacob Fatu on next week's Fusion episode. Flashback to last week when Mance Warner assaulted Ricky Martinez and El Hijo de la Park. Conan cuts a promo from earlier in the day. So Conan is also in MLW. He tells Selena that he better watch the way she treats him because her days of running the show in MLW are over. Video by Contra Units played. They say that the MLW heavyweight title has been hijacked and now they have all the power. They demand contracts, otherwise they'll never see the big belt again. Joseph Samuel accepts the Von Erich's challenge. You want a war? We'll take you to war. A tag match scheduled for next week. Promo for Matt Warner. He holds up the whiteboard that says kill. And that's what he'll be doing to Promociones Dorado. Headhunting is what old mans are gonna be doing, baby. He rubs a bucket of blood over himself to show he means business. Lowe's Parks, LA Park, and De La Park make their way to the ring, accompanied by Selena and De La Renta. They'll be battling Los Wagners. They talk to Wagner Jr. and Hijo de Jr. Wagner Jr. Park and Wagner begin. Wagner nails him with a running knee. Hijo Park and Hijo Wagner run in. Hijo Wagner sends him to the outside. Stereo suicide dives by the Wagners. Early cover by Hijo Park for a 2 count. Flapjack Enchiguri combo from the Wagners. They line up Park in the corner with chops and an assisted cannonball. Basement jaw kick from Wagner connects. He catches Park in a Samoan drop. Hijo Wagner follows up with a frog splash for a near fall. The Parks finally with some offense of their own. Park puts Wagner up on the ropes for Hijo Park to hit the fetish fly. As Park catches Hijo Park in a big scoop slam. Super kick from Hijo Park. Code red by the Parks onto Wagner with a pin. Only gets a 2 count. The Parks send Wagner to the outside and nail them with a suicide dive. Everyone's down the ringside. Back inside the ring. Park and Wagner has a face-off. Park yanks Wagner's mask off. Commentary reminds us that Wagner lost his mask in 2017 at Triple Mania. Bulldog by Wagner. Park comes right back with a decapitating headbutt. Wagner slows him down with a pop-up DDT. Hijo Park knocks Wagner to the outside. Then spits on Hijo Wagner. The Sons have a stare down now. Back and forth, striking. Hijo Wagner with Murphy's Law for a 2 count. Hijo Park catches Hijo Wagner with a spinning heel kick. Coming out of the corner. Hijo Park, spelled Hijo. Traps Hijo Wagner in the ropes. Super kick, leg super kick, code breaker. Pace picks up. Hijo Wagner and Hijo Park take each other out. Wagner and Park back in. Dragon screw leg whip takes Park off his feet. Big power slam. Wagner climbs. Park crotch chops him and ties him up in a tree of woe. After repeating stomps, Park climbs but dives right into the waiting boots of Wagner. Wagner sends Park to the outside, takes him out with a running cannonball from the apron. Hijo Park and Hijo Wagner are now the legal men. Hijo Park with a code red for a near fall. Insecurity from Hijo Park on the apron. Hijo Wagner surprises him with a drop kick. He climbs the ropes and grabs Hijo Park. Super blades. Park and Wagner back on their feet and enter the ring. Tilt-the-world slam and backbreaker from Wagner onto the Parks. Suicide dives from all men involved. Commentary is screaming at all men to stop diving. Back in the ring, Park nails Hijo Wagner with a spear to pick up the win. As the Park celebrate after match along with Selena De La Renta, commentary hypes next week's show, including Bestia's 666 debut into the show. And that concludes my results for MLW Fusion as well as Impact Wrestling. Thanks again. Peace out. See you all. If you don't know, just call me, brothers and sisters.